Welcome to Manga Palate, the show where I, Pacicia Luna, here with my co-host,
Manga Chef Isaiah.
watch, read, or play a thing and talk about it. And I picked this one, and okay, so this is still horror palette, I guess, or whatever. Manga Chef Isaiah, what did I pick?
Grave Encounters 2.
Yeah, not one, and there's a reason for that, and I want to get into that. But first, I wanna say something. If it wasn't clear in the many times we've talked, in the few times I think we've talked about this, Manga Chef Isaiah hates horror stuff.
I don't
Like,
hate it.
no, like actual horror stuff. I don't mean like horror tinged stuff.
What do you mean? I don't
Like
think I
think,
hate it. I just think I'm scared of it.
which means you won't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean I hate it.
Do you? But my point is, you don't indulge at all. The
Nope.
second it actually scares you, you're like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, what do you want me to say to that? Cause like that was the entire gimmick for this month. Mind you, it's a gimmick you settled on.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is a fun one because I think the idea of the narrative is such a cool idea. And I really like the way the movie is, even though I do have more than a few issues with it. And I was like, wait, but Isaiah is scared of ghosts.
There's lots of ghosts.
This is
Lots
the
of
whole movie's
spooky.
about ghosts.
The house was a ghost. I mean, the
The
ghost was a
house-
house.
It's not a house. It's an actual hospital. I'll get into that. But yeah, so, I didn't know if this was gonna work out. But you watched
I
it.
finished it.
Yeah, so that's good.
Leave a
Um,
like on the video.
Why?
Or,
Because you were
I
able
finished.
to watch a movie?
Yeah.
It's good. Good job. Alright, so Grave Encounters 2 came out first on video on demand. Shit you not. On October
weird.
2nd,
Okay.
2012. Because, I mean, it's rough. It's rough out there for a lower budget movie. I think this would fall under B movie. I'm not sure. But yeah, it came out on video on demand on October 2nd, 2012. And it had a brief theatrical release on October 12th, 2012. So it came out in the theaters 10 days later. The budget was 1.4 million and its box office net was 8.2, which is like that's a pretty good success.
Mhm.
It cost a lot more than I would have thought, but I guess that's all in the effects. But
CGI.
yeah, you need the CGI for the spooky monsters. Anyway, yeah. So I would say there's 4 primary characters. There's Alex Wright, Jennifer Parker, Lance Preston, and or Sean Rogerson, and then Trevor Thompson. And there's other people, but I mean, who cares?
Yeah.
So Lance Preston is the actor. Lance Preston is the character. Sean Rogerson is the actor, but he's playing himself in the movie. So can you go over the premise of the movie?
Sure. It's about. Well, do you want me to explain Grave Encounters 1 verse or 2?
No. The opening of the movie sort of explains what it is.
Well, I mean, the opening movie was they're at a party, whatever. But they get so Alex is like a YouTube reviewer, he reviews horror movies. Like
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
Well, we don't review horror movies.
We don't.
We just talk about things we
We
like.
don't rate it out of skulls either.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, we don't have a real rating system. A rating system implies this is good, this is bad. All we have is I like it. I didn't like it that much.
This is food.
Yeah, this is the food I think is a good representation. Do you like this food? That works. I mean, like, I never once thought of us as a review thing because review things usually your goal is for people to trust your opinion. And all we ever do is, I like this. That's it. We don't even really try.
Nah.
That's why I'm like, I kind of wish we were a review thing because then at least I could go, isn't it meta? But it's not because we're just like, I like the thing. Let's talk about it. It's an excuse to talk about things, really.
Kind of like a review channel. We could get into our own channel later. But
Yeah, Alex runs a review channel.
yeah, and he doesn't like Grave Encounters, the first movie.
Correct. So that's the thing that I think is really fun off the top is that Grave Encounters 2 opens with a bunch of different movie reviewers that are clearly from the beginning of YouTube because it's 2012, so it is relatively early in YouTube's existence before it like fully exploded to be the platform that it is now. And it's just like a bunch of people who are talking about the movie and going, "Oh, it's good. Oh, it's bad. I don't like this. I like this. Yada 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 yada. It's scary. It's not scary." And I thought, like, the fact that it opened with a bunch of quotes about the first movie, I was like, "Huh, that's pretty weird." But then it cuts to the protagonist of this movie, and he's talking about the movie too. And it's like, I don't understand, movie. But then it reveals itself.
Just go along with it.
Yeah, then it reveals itself. So yeah, Alex reviews movies and what?
Later on, he gets a reply from Death Awaits. Was it like 69 or something? Or 96?
I think it was just 6.
That's pretty edgy.
Yeah.
But you know, early YouTube.
Death Awaits. There's so many people with cheesy names like that.
Death Awaits 6.
Dark Angel _X_X. That was the early 2010s.
Demon XXX.
Oh fuck! I had a guy in high school, like good pal of mine. We don't talk no more, but you know, people grew apart. And like he had this fucking. Do you remember AIM?
Yeah. Okay.
Remember AIM? Okay. His AIM name was capital X lowercase x _ guns capital X roses _ lowercase x capital X.
Oh, you didn't do the triple X.
No. Because it was bordering. It was the most gamer tag thing I had ever seen. And I remember even at the time I was like, okay. But my favorite part about that is that at that time we had a music teacher who wanted to be everybody's friend because he was closer to our age. And like he complimented him on his AIM name. And I was like, what the fuck? You're an adult. You should be way past this.
Maybe he's trying to say he's a gamer.
Yeah, no, he was like, yeah, Guns N' Roses, man, that's what life's all about. And I was like, what? Fucking what? I hate this. So yeah, Death Awaits 6, I think.
I feel like it was 6'9" or 9'6".
Maybe it was a birth year. That's a lot of online handles. Random stupid phrase and then the year I was born. Maybe it was 96. I don't know. I could swear it was just one number because it made me think of, you know, when you try to sign up for a thing and get a login name and it's like, sorry, can't do it. Here's login name plus 5 numbers.
Yeah, because other ones are taken.
Yeah, that's what it made me think of.
But anyway, he gets a message from...
God, we're the worst at this. Yeah, so he gets a message.
It's a video reply message. And it's from... Shows Lance. Or Sean from Grave Encounters.
From Grave Encounters 1.
And he hasn't been seen since the movie? Something like
yes.
That. In that place, yeah.
Right. So here's the thing. In Grave Encounters 1, it opens like the Blair Witch Project, or I personally think it's more like Cannibal Holocaust.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Cannibal Holocaust?
I heard of it. Wait.
Right.
Yeah, I know what it is, yeah. I
think
I've seen it.
Like Cannibal Holocaust opens with a team going to search for another team that disappeared.
Yeah, I remember.
And then they have the footage, and then they're just rewatching the footage, right? Yeah. So like Grave Encounters 1 opens with, so there was this paranormal and investigative team, like Ghost Mysteries or whatever the fuck those guys are called. Ghost Hunters? What are they called? I don't know.
Whatever you want to say.
You know, there's like 8 of them. I don't know which is the one I'm thinking of.
Grave Robbers.
No, Grave Robbers. No, it's a TV show where guys go into like haunted houses and go, whoa.
It's not called Grave Robbers?
No, I think it's called Ghost Hunters, but I could be wrong. Ghost Hunters?
_X triple X.
Ghosts. No, it's X capital X _ ghost _ hunters _ 666.
What's your clan name?
Yes, your clan name. Clan names. Oh God. Late
guilds.
2000s. You depress me. You depress me to remember. Uh, then you have the one color font for the guild name, and then the other color font for the personal name.
Hmm.
Ah, jeez.
Or it's in brackets.
Oh yeah, it's in brackets. I just remember the two color fonts where my friends made me play Maple Story, and I was just like, oh god, this is fucking stupid. You know, it's funny. I was in class the other day because I'm back at school. And like they were asked, there's a question. It was like, "What kind of games do you play?" It was like, "Answer the question in another language, the one that we're learning." And the guy is like Maple Story, and I just like on the other side of the room, I groaned. Just like, now? Good God, we're adults.
You're still in?
You're still in. It's a grown ass man. I guess you can't stop him from being in. I'm still in on things that I shouldn't be in on, but like, goddamn, seriously, even
But
that.
there's a second one.
Well, you're right. There is a Maple Story too. Why don't you move up to the adult MMO like RuneScape?
Oh, wow.
Or WoW. God, we keep going back on this tangent.
It's the early 2000s. I
It's
mean,
too good. It's the early 2010s.
yeah.
It's too good.
That was the time.
That was the time for us.
Um, anyways, so they found he sent a video to Lance, and he was still in the hospital. Looked like
Right.
so,
So
it's
that's
like,
what I
oh,
was.
it's real.
That's what I
Oh
was
no, he
gonna
didn't say
say.
anything.
No, Grave Encounters. One is about like a ghost hunting team or whatever going into a place and then like being like disappearing. Like the first movie opens with a bunch of guys going like, "Oh yeah, these paranormal hunters or whatever the fuck went in to this really haunted hospital," and they make up some name, I don't remember what, and they go and they never came out. But we one day we found a bunch of cameras with their footage on it, so this is the footage that we've edited together, and it's the horror movie about them going into the fucking hospital and ghosts and demons or whatever the fuck. So the fact that Grave Encounters 2 opens with people talking about that as if it's a movie,
Mhm.
whereas Grave Encounters 1 sets it up to be real. But then Grave Encounters 2 goes back to it was a movie. Actually, the movie is real, and this is the world we live in now. So it's doubling down on its attempt to be real while also making a weird, like, meta thing about crappy indie horror directors.
Mhm.
Because that's what Alex is.
Well,
Alex
he's
is
a reviewer.
Alex is an indie horror snob. No, but also he wants to direct.
Yeah, he's making
Like,
a movie.
like
too.
it shows him he's a film school kid. That's literally what Trevor says. He's like getting fucked up at film school.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
he's a film school
And
kid.
he's like, I want to make the scariest horror movie or something, or
No,
something
he's
like
like,
changes the meta.
yeah, I want to change what horror movies are, is what he says. He like
Wow.
name drops some like big horror directors. He's like David Cronenberg, fucking George Romero. Where are they? They're not here. They're not making shit no more. I'm gonna be the next one. And I was just like, wow, okay. So wait, are the directors of this movie shitting on people who reviewed the movie bad, or are they shitting on film school kids?
I think they're shitting on people that reviewed the movie bad.
I don't know though, because the first part where they're just talking about random reviews, it didn't seem like mocking. It seemed like just, hey, look, this is how many people do this. This is a thing people do. But like Alex's whole thing is like, no, I know what's right for horror. Fuck you. And it's like, okay. And then it gets into
Maybe
the conspiracy theory. Maybe both. Why not both? I could be like trying to narrow it down a lot more than I should be.
Okay. Alright,
But-
but then Death Void sends a phone number, he calls it, and then it's like, wait, did he send an address or something? He goes to
He-
the mother
He sent
of,
coordinates.
uh,
And it's the same coordinates that flash at the end of the movie. So in the movie, like he gets the coordinates, and then he tells Trevor, his roommate, like, "Oh, hey man, I looked it up. These are the coordinates to blank hospital. That's where the movie takes place." And he goes like, "Oh shit, yeah." So that's when they go like, "Hey, so no one's seen any of the people who've been on the movie, like Sean, who played Lance," and then they go visit Sean's mother, who has
Yeah.
like dementia.
yeah, she doesn't know her. She says her son will be right back, but he's been gone for like a while.
He's been gone for like a few years, I think.
I think it was 2 years.
Yeah. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. Then they go like then Alex is like, "All right, I went to go talk to the director and the producer and
Mhm.
well, okay, so here's the thing. It's written and directed by two dudes,
Mhm.
Colin Minahan and Stuart Ortiz.
Mhm.
And the guys that he points at in the fucking room that he's like, these are my interns, Colin and Stu.
Mhm.
Those are the directors of the first movie. So like it starts to get really weird and involved on itself.
I think they directed the second movie too.
I was like, oh no, they did not. They wrote and edited it. The guy who directed it is John Polakine, who's like does music videos, and you can tell because like everything is cut so weird, and he helped edit it
Oh,
along
you
with
mean
the
like
guys.
all those
It's so fast and
fast
slappy.
jumps?
Yeah,
Like they
it's like
skip a second on purpose.
so many hard cuts.
Yeah, I didn't notice
Like
that.
like even when they're doing the regular conversation scenes, like instead of just letting the camera turn to the other person, it like there's a 2 second cut, like an immediate jump cut to the other person's face.
Mhm.
It's like if it's supposed to be hand camera footage, why? But then I realized that the guy who directed and edited it, along with the previous directors who were editing it, like is the guy who did music videos and commercials, and all that shit's really snappy and fast. So I was like, oh, I get it now.
That's what he likes to do.
But yeah, he thinks it looks cool. It looks intense, and I'm just like, wow. I don't even think that those were necessary.
He went the extra mile. But yeah. So they end up going to the director. He's like, no cameras. When he agrees to interview, like, no cameras. So the guy brings a hidden camera, and he's like, yeah, I think it was real. We just got the footage and edited it together and put it to the public because we're in a pinch, and we need to like save our company from not dying. And he was like, no one's gonna believe you because you're nothing. And it's
Also,
like,
who the fuck believes random ghost movie is real movie?
no one.
Like I can't I like maybe back in the 90s when people were like the Blair Witch was real, yo, because it was made so realistic. But if you go watch Grave Encounters 1, it's very obviously a movie. What with the CGI monsters and whatnot. You
Yeah,
saw the CGI ghosts.
it's a
Nope,
long face.
no part of me believes the CGI ghost is real. It contrasts so hard against everything else. It's very obviously a CGI ghost.
They have long faces. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, the texture on them doesn't match the rest of the scene.
no.
They literally look more plasticky. And I'm not saying you suck. You're fucking awful. I'm just saying like there's no part of me that believes it's real. It's very obviously CGI. But you know, it's a movie. I don't really care about that. But the fact that in 2 they're like no, 1 was real though. Like you're still going to insist on that? And then they show footage of 1 in 2 and he goes like, "Look at that, man." And it was like, "Nah, that looks fake as shit. That seriously looks fake as shit." Are you
I
telling
thought it was
me?
pretty good.
I'm just saying like it's noticeable. I mean, if you're actually looking at it. But then again, you were like genuinely scared.
Yeah, I couldn't really
So
notice
like,
it.
yeah, I'm just watching a movie. So I was like, "Oh, okay." Oh, no. Hey, it looks kind of plasticky. That isn't. Nah, that's weird. I find that in general, I pay attention to notice stuff like that because that's just how I watch movies at this point. Versus you, at least when it comes to horror, are a lot more able to really insert yourself into it and like feel the vibe, which I think is why you get scared so much because you're like really in the moment. Whereas I'm a lot more detached from it.
Hmm.
Which is why I'm like, oh no, I could tell it looks plastic as shit. And you're like, oh, I didn't know. So I'm like, yeah, but you were like scared, and I wasn't. So I guess I had more time to look at shit.
There was a lot of times where they're just the thing cuts to them watching the old movie. The Game
Yeah,
Encounters one. I'm like,
yeah,
that's not funny. You could just do a jump scare just because you're reviewing the movie.
yeah.
It's not cool.
Like that's. I don't. I only see it as like, wow, okay, so Alex is crazy obsessed at this point. He even has like the conspiracy theory board with
Mhm.
like all the pins and strings. And
I was just picturing Always Sunny.
yeah, oh
When
yeah,
Charlie was like, I got it.
the Pepe Sylvia thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, there is no Pepe Sylvia. Back half of these people don't exist. Charlie, all of those people are waiting for the mail right the fuck now. We're gonna get fired. Can't be fired. Why is that? Because I already quit. For both of us. I do like it though because you never really see real people do the crazy conspiracy theorist board.
Mhm.
You always see them like just pin random papers or maybe make files. But I've never really
Or
seen
lines to a certain point.
yeah, but I've never seen like the conspiracy theory board. The real like a whole bunch of newspaper clips with like strings tied to each other and like pins and then like big marker that says like circles things like disappeared, dead. Bleh.
That was literally an Aeon Samia files.
Yeah, and then like fucking Trevor's behind him going like, "See this shit, man? I gotta deal with this every morning." Every morning he just stares at the board and like doing this Rain Man shit.
What is? Oh, well, I'm still doing the premise, I guess.
Nah, I mean that's
Uh,
they go to investigate and that's kind of the whole movie.
yeah, to prove that they're right.
That it's real, I guess.
Well, to make sure they have proof so they can believe it's real.
Yeah, that's I mean to prove that it's real, I
Yeah.
guess.
Okay, so what does like Trevor do besides smoke? Is that it?
Nothing.
Okay,
I think he's just a cameraman. I really think that's it.
they're just all good at cameras.
He smokes and does the cameras.
Well, I guess also the. So why'd you put as a main character? Because he survives longer. I guess.
Because he's around the whole time.
Uh,
He's doing a lot of conversation and a lot of his arguing with Alex is what keeps things going. Like Trevor forces him to go to the party, which is when Alex gets all drunk and messed up. Trevor's the person who like puts up the most resistance to doing the movie, which only pushes Alex to go further.
mm,
Trevor's the one who invites everybody to come along on this fucking adventure.
yeah, sure.
Like after
Like,
Alex
he
is
wouldn't
like,
even talk
I'm
to
going. I'm going. Yeah, I'm going. Fuck it. And then Jennifer's like, I guess I'll go too. He's like, Trevor? He's like, well, I mean, yeah, fuck it, I guess, if we're all going. And then he asked Jeremy, was it?
Yeah, sure.
Was it Jeremy?
I
I
think
think it
sure.
was Jeremy. All I remember is he died like in the first 20 minutes of him showing up.
Yeah.
And then Jennifer's friend, who dies like 10 minutes after that.
Elsie.
I don't remember. Lisa?
Let's call her Lisa. Yeah.
Okay, let's call her Lisa. I only remember Jennifer because she lasts until the very end. And Trevor is part of like the other half of Alex fighting the whole time, which is why I think he's at least somewhat important. A lot of his shit is like, man, I don't believe in ghosts, and Alex is like, me either, man, but there's some shit going on here. And it's all only shot by Trevor. Only when like I said, Jeremy, I think, like when Jeremy comes in, then it cuts between both of their camera footages. But it's just so you can see Trevor. Trevor's the one following Alex around the whole goddamn time.
Mm. They also had the cameras on each floor.
Yeah, but that's when they're actually in the hospital. I mean, like, for the whole first 40 minutes before they even get to the hospital.
Uh,
It's just Trevor following Alex around and fucking with him. Which I guess is maybe his attempt to be, like, friendly. Because he's a party bro. But I don't know.
I'm surprised like Alex didn't like move or change rooms.
I'm surprised Alex masturbates with the door open.
I think he forgot to lock it.
That's still a weird joke for the movie.
Yeah, that was a weird joke. It's like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, he's like,
can't
we're
you
having,
be your meat?
yeah, we're like having a party. Yeah, let me go check on my roommate. Oh, he's jerking off. Haha, isn't it funny he's masturbating? What?
I don't know.
I never understood that joke. Haha, you were masturbating. That thing people do. You're disgusting. Disgusting.
Well, he said it because
Like-
he's like, oh, there's real girls downstairs.
I mean, there's only the one girl who likes him.
Yeah.
And I wonder, is she in the movie that he's making because she likes him? Is that why she's even there?
Guess
Like,
so. Maybe
why-
they got
why-
like assigned to do a movie together, too.
I don't know
Oh.
because he said it's a student film, and usually you just get people you know. But that's what I mean. Like, did he offer her the part, or did she attempt for it because she likes him? Because like Trevor keeps going, like Jennifer really likes you, and I think that's the only chance you're gonna get at this fucking school because nobody likes you. Because even from the beginning, they're like, Alex is an asshole. He's
Yeah.
this snobby, weird, douchey jerk. And it's like, okay, fine. And then him and Jennifer get really close in the horror house.
The horror.
And like, yeah, you know, the giant hospital.
Oh, the hospital. Okay.
No, I'm just saying, like, spooky place I don't. No, I don't care.
I thought you were talking about the film they're making.
No, oh god, the movie they're making. Um, what is it?
It
Cause
looks
like
like a sea horror. I don't know how to grade it. But like
no, I mean like,
Jason.
is it like supposed to be more like Friday the 13th? Because there's the part where she's like in the wrapped up in chains, where it kind of reminded me of Hostel, the Eli Roth movie, where people like torture people. I was like, are you trying to do Hostel? But why is she a cheerleader? Is that just cuz? Is that just dumb generic horror thing? Is the point of him making a shitty movie Alex doesn't know shit about horror movies?
I think that's what they're trying to show.
Maybe that's it, right? That's
Mm.
kind of what I guessed it was. But it was so vague that it's like, hey, every shitty thing, every shitty cliche you know about horror movies, Alex thinks it's awesome and he's gonna put it together at once. And I was like, oh, okay. Sure.
So I guess they were making fun of film students right there.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, yeah. You know what that reminds me of? The kind of people who are like, hey, if you think you fucking know so much, do it yourself. Well, he did, and it was bad. So maybe he shouldn't have done it to begin with.
It got even worse.
Yeah, it only seems sadder in retrospect. Okay,
Um,
but yeah, so were you caught off guard by all the jump scares? Because you told me that you did like a weird thing ahead of time, where you like looked for all the jump scares or something.
and I was still caught off guard.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, I didn't see the what is it called? The squeegee, the one where you have your hand over the pointer, has a bunch of letters in a
Has a
circle. Oh,
bunch of-
Ouija board.
Oh, the Ouija board.
Yeah.
I was like, are you talking about something that he hit somebody with? Because the squeegee's that thing you use to clean car windows.
No, not a squeegee board. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
a
that-
Ouija board.
Yeah.
Okay. The Ouija board was like kind of freaky because of the sudden. Whir.
Yeah.
I would have figured like Jeremy getting thrown out the window was kind of scary.
That one
that-
wasn't that scary. I don't know why.
Really? Because that's a very realistic way to die. The only unrealistic part is Ghost pushed him.
Yeah, I think it was like whenever I saw the ghost there.
Okay, so like when they saw that girl that chased them or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not scared by horror movies anymore. I guess because I truly recognize that they're just movies and I can't, like, get into it. So to me, it's just like, okay, that line reading was weird. Why does it keep cutting like that? Oh, that monster looks plastic. I mean, I guess they spend the money on it. But that's what I mean by, like, I really hate that, like, a lot of the cuts are so sudden. There's so many jump cuts. Every time people are talking, I was like, shot, reverse shot, reverse shot, reverse shot, bam, 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 bam. It's honestly, maybe it's just because I notice stuff like that more. It's pretty distracting. I still like the way that the movie is. The shooting is just weird to me.
Mm.
Like, there's one part that I remember the most. That's when they finally find Sean, right?
Mm-hmm.
He starts telling them about how, like, oh, it doesn't want you to escape. And he tells them about the lobotomy and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it just keeps cutting between Jennifer and Alex talking. And it's like, slow zoom on Jennifer. Bam, Alex. Bam, Jennifer. Bam, Alex. Slow zoom out on both of them. And it's like, that happened in like 15 seconds. It was a lot. It was a lot. I don't...
They also have the part where the ghost was recording them sleeping.
Oh, that's funny to me.
I was like,
That
why?
that genuinely made me laugh. That the ghost was like, wait till they see this shit. It's gonna freak them the fuck out. I was like, why don't you just kill him, ghost? What does it even matter?
Yeah, this is cooler. Trust me.
Now this is gonna spook them out. That's my job as a ghost. I'm here to spook people. That other poltergeist literally killed the girl. Nah. That's not how I roll. Gotta do the psychological torture. That leaves scars that you can't see.
You can't heal.
You can't heal. You should have seen the last people I pulled this on. They were terrified. Yeah, someone else killed them later, but they were scared. They were more scared than they've ever been. I like the
But
idea.
that also had
that
jump
going-
cuts.
Yeah.
Even
Well, it
in
was
that.
speeding up, and then it went to the hand camera of the fucking...
Yeah,
of
the hand
fucking
camera
ghost.
had jump cuts. I was
Yeah.
like, why?
Bam, 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 bam. Well, I mean, what's great is that, like, at the end, right? after the one person gets to leave
Hmm.
because everyone else is dead. He goes like, so what made you make Grave Encounters 2? It's like, oh, it's you know, like Grave Encounters 1 was very popular and Grave Encounters 2 is like made like this. And it's just you know, we got the licenses, we got the footage, and it's pretty good. And they ask, is like, so how do you feel about having made Great Encounters 2? I was like, okay, no one go to blank hospital. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. And it's the end of the movie. And it just makes me think, okay, so he left, but he brought all the cameras with him.
Yeah, I don't know.
He got out
I
with
got it. Maybe the ghost was like, "Yeah, thanks for finishing the movie.
thanks for the movie.
Here's the camera and shit." Yeah.
Okay, that's what I mean. Like the ghost was like, you know, it's not gonna be enough unless people can know what's going on here. So you better take that shit with you.
Yeah.
Show people my vision. I'm the director now. You got it,
Maybe the ghost
ghost.
wants to make a sick movie. It's like,
Oh, then the ghost has as terrible taste as Alex. That's what that means. That means that ghost has no vision for film. If that's what we're going with.
I think so.
Although
Like,
I do
he's
like
just
the
a bad
idea.
director.
Yeah, I do like the idea of filmmaker ghost though.
And well, he did take the film. It was like, yeah, spooky.
But do you think it was to scare them, or do you think it was just for him to show? It's like I got qualities I can contribute to your project.
Yeah, I think he was trying to contribute. Like, show him get this angle next time.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's what you can do when you don't have to move limited by legs. Understand, I have a lot to offer you in your film project.
I could get different angles.
Yeah. I'm a whole new different dimension of cameraman. I control the Z axis because I can float. There's a lot I got to offer here. And then there's like an interview with the invisible poltergeist that's just footage of a chair. While a voice goes, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, you know, I'd been living there for how long and I hadn't really seen the outside world before, but I knew there was like something for me here in Hollywood, you know? It's just footage of an empty chair. Oh, that's great. I like the idea of filmmaker ghosts. Okay, but what I wanted to say was that the coordinates at the beginning and at the end are actually of a real place.
Oh, that's not
Yeah.
cool.
It's the coordinates for Riverview Hospital. You know how they keep bleeping out whenever he says the hospital name?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's Riverview Hospital, and that's where they filmed both movies. Like, all of the hospital scenes are actually at that place.
Oh. Is it also abandoned?
Yeah, it's abandoned now.
Oh, so people actually go there and shit?
I don't know if people actually go there. It makes me think of Grizzly Man, that movie where, like, a guy died out in the woods. No, not Grizzly Man. Out in the wilds, out in the wilderness or some shit like that. This guy like died in the woods because he crossed the river and he couldn't get back. And then people went to go visit where he died, and like people died going there. And it's like, why? Why are you doing this? He died. Did you think you weren't going to? It's not safe out there. Like it would be interesting to see if somebody else films there and then goes unofficial sequel to Grave Encounters. Or if somebody gets themselves hurt dicking around in an empty hospital.
Like the hospital bed. Like,
I mean, maybe fall out the window. The giant glass
jokes.
windows.
I'm gonna say it was a ghost. Spooky.
Spooky ghosts. So I have a question. Did you enjoy the movie? I know scary things aren't really your bag.
If I wasn't scared, I would enjoy it.
I think it's fun, if not just for its idea for how weird it is. It's like a movie about the first movie, but also about movies in general.
Hmm.
I think that's like a really fun idea.
I think the idea was good, but
Yeah. I
don't
think the
know, it's
random
just-
cuts are annoying as shit. Like, now that I rewatch it for the first time in, I want to say, like, 3-4 years, I'm like, man, it jumps around so much. So much. But I do like everything else about it.
But yeah, it's kind of unrealistic. But I think it's supposed to be.
I mean, it's, you know,
So.
it's a spooky ghost hospital movie. I don't know. It's not to Jennifer.
I think I like realistic horror more.
Oh, I do too. Like, or at least at least realistic enough, you know?
Hmm.
As Funny Games has one moment that's like kind of like world breaking, but like to Jennifer, shit where there's just like it's just a person is like a lot
Hmm.
more terrifying because part of you goes, ooh, that's not like fantasy.
That could be a thing.
That could be a thing. Okay, so I guess food time, right? There's nothing else I want to
Um,
say. Is there something else you want to say?
yeah. I feel like they. So where's that wormhole coming from?
Ghost magic?
All right.
But no, I'm serious. I don't think the movie gives enough of a shit. I think it's just ghosts. I really do believe every single thing in this movie. Every time you have a question, the answer is ghosts. Cause like Sean keeps saying he hears voices that tell him secrets, and we know the voices are ghosts.
The ghost
So
told me to kill him.
yeah, so I think the ghost was like, if you do it, I will unlock a dimensional door.
The red door.
Yeah, you lied to me. Fuck you, ghosts. It's so fucking goofy. I love it.
Um.
It's just something about like, cause like there's other movies where like ghosts talk to people, but usually in the other movies they make it seem a lot more like intense. In this, he's just like a legitimate crazy person because he's been here for how long? Like 2 years.
He said he felt like 7.
Well, yeah, I imagine ghost dimension different time, huh?
Yeah, because ghosts
Ghost
slow
dimension.
down. Yeah.
It's a ghost dimension, so really, who can tell? Yeah, in Dragon Ball Z, you can go into the hyperbolic time chamber, and like an hour is actually a day.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, it's like that, but ghosts. But ghosts.
Yeah. What else? Uh. Also, I like the part where the ghosts tricked them to thinking they escaped right before they meet Sean.
Oh,
So they
when
end up
it's
going
like,
back to their hotel room and everything.
yeah,
And then they take the elevator.
and then he's back in.
He's like,
It's,
oh shit.
it's like you never left.
And
You know,
he's
on
like,
the topic of like the weird ghost thing, yeah, go on.
and he was like, I don't know how this ghost house works. Fuck you, ghost house.
I was gonna say on the topic of the way weird ghost dimension ghost house thing works. I like how at the end when he gets out, he's like, "Where the fuck am I?" You're like, "You're in Los Angeles." What? Ah, jeez, because they're from Canada. So the ghost dimension ditched him in a very radically different place. Cause like you remember, As Above, So Below, they came out literally where like in the same area. They were still in
Yeah.
Paris.
Yeah.
The ghosts took him on the equivalent of like a 4-hour flight.
Well, you have to talk to the director.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you had to get the movie made
So he was like, I'll help
for the
you out.
ghost for the ghost director.
Can we call the ghost director Death Awaits 666 or
Whatever the fuck the number was.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe the ghost director was Death Awaits, and like,
Well, it has to be.
yeah. So then filming, I don't know. I thought maybe it was Sean trying to get a message out,
No, because
but it's the ghosts.
they also had the
Yeah, that makes sense. It's
the
the
Ouija
ghosts.
board.
The Ouija board.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the ghosts. So that means the ghosts just filmed Sean being nuts, and then we're like, I feel like this is a really good trailer for my future ghost movie.
This will hook them in.
What do you think, Alex? And he's like, oh, I'm kind of interested in investigating this now. It's like, job done. Job completed. The trailer hooked him.
It's a trailer to the new Ghost Encounters.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. The ghost director knows how to market. The ghost director doesn't know how to shoot, though. Or maybe the ghost director's editing on his own, and that's sometimes of a problem. Sometimes you need a person who's just good at editing.
Maybe
I mean-
he's trying to reinvent the pen.
Reinvent horror.
Yeah.
That ghost is succeeding where Alex failed.
He thought that Alex and him had the same ideas.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it was like collaboration.
Yeah, but the ghost took over the project in the end, huh?
He's like, no, it's my movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's literally what he says. This is my movie. He
Finish the
actually
film.
straight up says that. Yeah, it's like, give it to me so I can finish the film. No, this is my movie. And then the ghost director is like, I feel like I've had the most creative input into all of this. I put together the ghost house. I got the other ghosts. I've been doing the shoots while you fuck sleep. I'm the one who's the most invested in this.
I'm always working.
It's my project. I don't even need to sleep. I'm a ghost. It's not even an issue for me.
And the
Okay.
ghost is like, oh yeah, just beat your girlfriend or whatever. It's like, okay.
The ghost is like, finish the movie. You're the final girl, Alex. That was the real secret. The final girl is a guy.
Look at this plot twist.
Okay. So yeah, anything else before we go on about Ghost Director?
No, that's pretty much it.
All right. I guess food time. I have a question. The movie's not really dark, right?
No.
Nah, it doesn't make you feel like weird or nauseous or whatever. It's just like, oh, that was the thing. Okay. Second question. Do you feel satisfied having watched the movie?
Like you came to the end? Or
Like you watched it and you were like, all right, that was worth my time.
oh, yeah.
Okay. Because I understand, like, narratively, it's still dumb as shit.
Yeah.
So
It
I'm
was a
just
little
wondering.
fun, I guess.
Yeah. So I was gonna say,
I had fun
would
ideas.
you say that it's like a food that you like from time to time, but isn't like everything you wanted? Like more of a snack food as opposed to like a meal.
You think
You know
it's
what I
like
mean?
chips?
No, not like chips, because chips you'll get hungry later. I mean, it's like combos.
Uh,
Because, like, combos, right? Pretzels and whatever extra things. Sometimes cheese, you get the pizza, which is an abomination, but fine.
it's the
Um,
best flavor.
I disagree. Anyway.
The cheese is the worst one, actually.
Cheese is the best flavor? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, so, like, combos, if you eat a bag of combos and it's, like, a big enough bag, you're good. You're not, like, hungry. And it was great, but it wasn't, like, the greatest thing in the fucking world. Like, you could actually eat a regular thing, right?
Hmm.
Also, combos aren't expensive. And as far as films go, I wouldn't say the budget on this was crazy high.
I think combos works. I would say
You
it's
sure?
also kind of fun to eat. Cause
Yeah,
there's not
it's
a lot of
enjoyable.
things that have pretzels.
It is
Inside of it.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
That's not you don't very often get pretzel plus combination. Steve is a real big fan of those. A friend of ours is a very big fan of fucking those peanut butter pretzels, and I'm not much of a peanut butter guy, but I do like combos. Like that's pretty good. So, did you
Which
say
combo?
combos?
Well, I think we should be more specific.
Okay. Do you feel that
I feel like
horror
it should
is
be
a niche
cheese.
genre? That's what I mean. Do you feel horror is a niche genre?
No. This is a very generic movie.
Pretty accessible, right?
That's what I
So,
was gonna
yeah.
say cheese.
I was gonna say regular pretzel, yeah. Because there's the cheese with crackers as opposed to the cheese with pretzel.
For combos?
Yeah,
There's a cheese with crackers one?
yeah, that's the blue bag.
I thought that was like blue cheese.
No, it's cheese but cracker, not pretzel.
I never had that.
It's nice. I like the pretzel one more, but it's nice.
Oh. Alright,
So
so it's a
it's-
pretzel.
So it's regular pretzel cheese combos.
Yeah.
All right, I think that works. Everybody, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
It's time for the news. I have a news thing I want to bring up that's actually gonna lead directly into my thing I'm hype about. So you go first.
It's a new Toho game coming out.
What are we on now?
It's not.
15?
Alright, it's not Toho. It's like.
Oh, it's Toho adjacent.
Yeah.
It's like in the
using
world.
Toho characters. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like in the world, but not a Toho game, with like music by Iosis and stuff.
Yeah, it's by Playsim.
Okay, what kind of game is it?
It says 2D exploration. I'm hoping I think it's a Metrovania again.
I'd be hype about that. I like Metroidvanias. I think we're both pretty big fans of Metroidvanias. Now that I say that.
Yeah.
You know, well with Guacamelee and stuff. Okay, that's cool.
And
What's it called?
Gensoko Night Festival.
Gensioko, right? The name of the place where they live?
Yeah, Gensioko.
Okay.
And yeah, there's a parry system. So it looks
So
like a
there-
platformer.
So there's combat in it?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
like you walk around and beat up monsters.
Oh, is it like Momodora?
Yeah.
Oh. Because Momodora I always thought of like anime Castlevania thing. So if this is like that, but also it has the advantage of being a Toho thing, which means more people will give a shit.
Now I'm looking at it, looks more like Sonic type
Oh, that's really different.
because they have the coins. And you can like collect the coins and jump on it.
Huh. Are there like power-ups and stuff?
Yeah.
Like invincibility and shit?
Yeah.
Maybe it is Sonic. And or Treasure Planet.
And there's
You know
also-
Treasure Planet?
No.
Oh, Treasure Planet is this platforming game that has like it plays kind of like Sonic, but like there's like 18 characters and every single one of them has a different mechanic that makes their movement and combat really different. Like the main one is basically Sonic, but then there's like another one with a gun. There's one that does like platforms for herself so she can bounce off of them, and there's a lot of stuff like that. It was made to emulate the style of the developer Treasure that was really big in that era. That sounds cool. Is there only going to be one playable character, or is it look like it's
No,
going to
this
be?
looks more like Metroid. I take back. I see,
Oh,
it's only one playable character. It's only Suuka Ibuki, the girl with the horns.
Suika,
Yeah,
the Oni girl.
yeah,
Yeah, the alcoholic, as I remember.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. It's like Momodora.
So it's like Momodora.
Yeah,
Oh, that is more
it's the
Metroidvania.
same people that made Lunar Nights.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. That makes sense. That makes sense then.
Yeah,
Yeah, because that was straight up Metroidvania. It was yeah. Okay. Oh.
and it's 10%
Does it have
off,
a?
so I'm probably gonna buy it.
I was gonna say, does it's
Oh, it's
already
over.
out
Wait, it's over in 4 minutes. All right, I'm gonna buy it now. All right,
live on stream.
I'm buying.
Manga chef has a pie.
All right, I brought it. All right.
I was gonna say, is it? So it's out now?
Yeah, it's out now.
Oh, okay. Huh. All right. That's neat. I wanted to talk about a movie, or rather, the history of a movie that has been in production hell for God knows how long. Do you remember that manga Akira? The one that got the anime movie that everyone loves.
Yeah, I don't really like it, but that's another topic.
You're not into it?
No.
What about it?
Uh, I don't know. It wasn't like it was supposed to be the like. This is what happens when you have powers or something.
No, that's not what it's about. You know what? I want to do an episode on that now because I want to tell you what it's supposed to be.
I remember what it's supposed. I can't remember right now. What it's supposed to be, but
Not about powers. It's about nuclear weapons and a thing that happened in World War II that the Japanese military did about like bio experiments. It's some real shit.
but
Yeah, that's why I mean like.
I also didn't like the art that much.
Oh, you didn't like the look?
No.
Yeah, you can't really change that. If you don't like how it looks, you don't like how it looks. But as I mean, like, you know what? Now I kind of want to do an episode about that because then I could like tell you what it actually is supposed to be, and then maybe you'll appreciate what it is less so than how it looks. Cause like I don't like how this movie looks. I still like what it is. Get what I mean?
Mhm.
Right. So Akira has been in development hell for God knows how long because they wanted to make a live action adaptation of it. And it's bounced around from tons of directors and tons of writers. So here's a brief list of the directors. First, it was gonna be Stephen Norrington. He was the guy who did Blade, and then he did the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and that movie fucking failed horribly. It fell on its face, and so he got fired from it. Then this like Irish sci-fi director Ray Robinson was gonna do it, and then he split, and it was just like nope, nope. Then the Hughes brothers were gonna do it, and the Hughes brothers like to do like dark actiony things, like they did Menace to Society, and they did Book of Eli, that movie where Denzel Washington is like a super ninja or whatever the fuck in the post-apocalypse.
Mhm.
And they also ended up they also directed the film adaptation of From Hell, which is based on a really really big long graphic novel by Alan Moore, which is about like the Jack the Ripper killer. And I think Johnny Depp was in the movie. That's weird, because it's based on a conspiracy theory people have about Jack the Ripper, so it's pretty nuts. Then one of the brothers split because he moved to like the Czech Republic, and then they stopped directing movies together. So that fell through. Then a Spanish guy named Jean Colette Serra was gonna direct it. He did House of Wax. I don't know if you remember that movie. It was the
Yeah, I
one with
remember it. It
yeah.
was like a wax house, but the ghosts are real.
No, it wasn't ghosts. It was serial killers. Because he was making the people into wax figures.
I saw the trailer. That's it.
Ah, there you go. Yeah.
I wouldn't actually watch it.
I saw it. I remember seeing it on TV like in 2013, back when I used to watch TV. It's one of those things where I was like scrolling through fucking movie channels, and I was
On
like, what is
HBO.
there? House of Wax. What's this? Oh, it's that movie with Paris Hilton. I never actually saw this. He also directed Orphan, which is like based on a real thing, which is really weird. Do you know Orphan?
Or I remember the trailer
Okay.
because
Yeah.
yeah, it was
I,
spooky.
yeah, okay. And then he directed a bunch of action movies with Liam Neeson like recently, like I think like 5 of them, which is all like after Taken, I think, which is when Liam Neeson was like, I'm an old man, but I can like kill people. I have a specific set of skills, blah 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 blah. And he did like 5 of those. And then he split. And then they offered it to George Miller. And George Miller was the guy who directed Mad Max, Mad Max 1, 2, and also Fury Road, which is probably why it got pitched to him, because Fury Road had just come out and it was really popular. He also directed Happy Feet and that movie about the talking pig, Babe.
I never heard of that.
Ah, yeah, I saw
Talking
Babe.
Babe.
Yeah, I saw Babe Pig in the City when I was a kid. That was the sequel, not the first one. It is a weird movie. It's like Charlotte's Web if Charlotte's Web wasn't real animals. And then there was talks. There was no like confirmation that they were going to give it to Justin Lin, who is the guy who another movie based on a real thing. Better Luck Tomorrow with like John Cho, who was I think at that point probably known for being on TV a bunch, but also the Harold from Harold and Kumar. And it's like a like neo noir. No, not even. It was just a crime drama movie. And then he did a bunch of those Fast and the Furious movies. I think he's done like 5 of them. And then they offered it to Jordan Peele, and Jordan Peele was no. And now it's going to Taika Waititi, and he's a really cool director. I really like a lot of the work he's done. A lot of people know him recently because he did Thor Ragnarok, and people fucking love that movie.
I
And
never
he's
saw
gonna, yeah, it's like the weird '80s like fucking. It's set in an alien planet, but it feels like it's set in like a weird John Carpenter thing. It's really colorful. It's really vibrant. There's a lot of jokes. People really love that movie. I don't, I never found any of those movies funny, so it didn't work for me. But yeah, it was cool. Another thing he worked on that was like considered the greatest, the most famous popular movie in New Zealand when it came out was a movie called Hunt for the Wilder People. And the one that I love the most that he's done already is what we do in the shadows, which he did with Jermaine Clement from the Flight of the Conchords guys, which is like a documentary. It's a mockumentary thing, sort of like Christopher Guest movies, where the guy follows around vampires and they're just like living their day-to-day lives in New Zealand.
Okay.
It's a really funny movie. I really, really fucking like it. And there was gonna be a sequel that was gonna be made, because there's a part where they run into these werewolf guys, and then like they're always like pissy at each other, and I forget what one of them says, but he like insults them with a curse. I was like, "Fuck you guys, you fucking losers," or whatever. And the werewolf leader, he goes like, "Hey, don't say stuff like that." So what do I always say? We're werewolves, not swear wolves. I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, all right, I'm sorry." Like they have a Nosferatu, like literally Count Orlok vampire, and then like his name is Peter. He just lives in the basement, and like at the end of the movie when somebody comes up, goes like, "Shit, you killed Peter!" Like it's it's a it's a really funny movie. And there was gonna be a sequel called Weir Wolves, like werewolves.
Werewolf.
Yeah, Weir, WE''RE wolves, because it looks like werewolves.
I know, but it's confusing. I know what you meant to say though.
That's the joke, though.
Yeah.
And recently, he talked about he's doing some interviews for the movie that he just put out called Jojo Rabbit, and they asked him, "Hey, so we know you were gonna do the Akira movie. Like, what's that about?" He goes, "Right. Well, the thing is, what I was gonna do was I was gonna do Jojo, and then I was gonna do Akira." But they kept working on the script and they kept rewriting the script, so they kept pushing it back and pushing it back. And I wanted to do it before I got stuck doing the newest Thor movie, which is called Love and Thunder. But what ended up happening is they pushed it back too much, so now it's cutting into the Thor schedule. So it's gonna have to be after I finish working on Thor. And I was like, oh, okay, but like I'm still gonna work on it. I was like, oh, so like it's been kicking around for ah fuck when it's been going on for so long. Cause that first pitch with fucking Stephen Norrington was gonna be in like 2005? Yeah. Yeah. It is not great. But hey. If it's gonna fall on Taika Waititi, I trust him. He just made Jojo Rabbit. And that's actually what I'm really fucking hype about. Let's go, I'm hype.
Oh, that was a transition.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for slowing me down.
I mean, get hype.
Hype! Yeah, sure, be excited. Do you know what Jojo Rabbit is?
No.
Okay, so Jojo Rabbit is this movie that recently got shown at the Toronto Film Festival like last month, and everybody fucking loved it. It's being compared to Roberto Benigni's Life is Beautiful, which is a weird like comedy drama thing. So Jojo Rabbit is set in World War II, and this like little kid is part of the Hitler Youth, and he finds out his mom is hiding a Jewish girl in their attic. And he has an imaginary projection of Adolf Hitler as his best friend because he doesn't hang out with kids.
Okay.
And the whole movie is about him trying to deal with the fact that his mother is anti-Nazi, but he's part of the Hitler Youth because he's still a kid and he really believes in it. While imaginary friend Hitler is cheering him on from the sidelines. And Taika Waititi, a bunch of people who work on the movie are Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
And Taika Waititi is Jewish and is also the director and is also a part of the writer and also is the one dressed as Hitler. And he said it in an interview and I thought this is fucking crazy. And he was like, I remember the first time I saw myself in costume and I actually was a little nauseous. But then I had to remind myself, no, the whole point of the movie is we're making fun of him and taking away the power that he has in him being serious and trying to be, something larger than life. Fuck that guy. He was a loser weirdo. I'm paraphrasing at this point, but you know what I mean. It kind of reminds me of Mel Brooks when he would talk about like doing Nazi stuff, like in The Producers, where he was like, no, I make them goofy and stupid because fuck them. They want to be taken seriously. If you treat them as goofy and stupid, they hate it. So it's fine. So yeah, a lot of people feel weird about Jojo Rabbit because like Hitler's a main character, but it's like a weird 10-year-old kid's imagination of what my dad Adolf Hitler would be, and because he's like the conscious of a 10-year-old kid, he says and does weird dumb shit, and I just think that's like pretty trippy, and I wanted to go see it. And people were comparing it to Roberto Benigni's Life is Beautiful, which is this movie where like also set in World War II, but like the Benigni movie was a little more serious. This is like goofy and dumb, but they're probably using the comparison because it's like it's a dark subject matter, but in the movie Life is Beautiful they try to play it off. So what happens in Life is Beautiful is this guy is Italian and he falls in love with a woman, and then he like convinces her to get with him, and then they have a kid, and then when they have a kid, guess what? It's World War II. It's real tough. He gets sent into the internment camp because he's Jewish, and his son is sent with him, and his wife is sent somewhere else. It's like, that sucks. But what he does, because his son is still like 6 or whatever, is he pretends that the concentration camp is a game because the kid is too stupid to realize it's not, so that the kid isn't crushingly depressed by the world that he's in. And it ends with him doing a goofy version of the march that the Nazis did as he knows he's walking into a gas chamber.
I think it's a little too dark to be
Yeah,
funny.
that's what I mean by like it's no like it's not supposed to be funny. It's a really emotional moment. But I mean like there's a lot of comedy moments in the movie because it's him fucking around with his son. But like Jojo Rabbit is not anywhere near that depressing. So I get that the comparison is because World War II, hey Nazis, hey dark, but like everything I see about Jojo Rabbit shows that it's like a really goofy, weird movie, kinda like Mel Brooks, where like people do like swimming patterns in the shape of a swastika or something stupid. Because like when you think about it, like that movie American History X, right, is all about how neo-Nazi bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
But neo-Nazis love that movie because Edward Norton looks cool. But neo-Nazis don't like the producers. Even though the whole thing about the producers is one guy loves Hitler so much he makes a musical about Hitler. Because the producers is stupid and goofy. And it demeans the thing that they want to be seen as. So yeah, I'm really interested to see Jojo Rabbit. It's out in theaters. It's been out for 2 days as of this recording. And I wanna go see it. It seems like it's really fun. And I like Taika Waititi's directing. And he wrote What We Do in the Shadows with Jermaine Clement, so it's probably gonna be funny. A lot of people say it's really fucking funny, so I'm interested to see it. All right, what are you hype about?
Riot is releasing the fighting game that they're making.
So what?
So, Riot, like League of Legends people,
Yeah.
they're making a fighting game,
Okay.
and it's gonna be like Rising Thunder.
It's gonna be like Rising Thunder?
Mm-hmm. It's made by the same people who made Rising Thunder.
Holy shit! Oh my
I've already
god!
seen the layout, so yeah, it looks like the cooldown system and everything.
It's got everything. Okay. Okay.
And it's
Wow.
been play tested. There's a lot of grapplers,
I mean, yeah, I buy that. Okay.
and yeah, I'm probably gonna try it. Seems pretty fun.
I'm interested in trying it. So, like, what are the characters from League or?
Yeah, they're from League of Legends.
Okay. Okay. What's the game called?
Project L.
Oh, okay. Well, wait, is that like the official name?
No.
Good job. I love how you want to talk about this thing, but you still don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I don't think they give a real name yet.
Yeah. Well, it's like, you know how before the GameCube was the GameCube, they called it the Dolphin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like that. I imagine. Okay, so wait. It's like, okay, so it's like Rising Thunder. It's gonna be League characters.
Mm-hmm.
Did they already explain how many people are gonna be in it and stuff? Like, tell
They
me
said
as
the
much
whole
as you know.
cast.
Isn't that like 90 people?
No, there's only like 60.
Really?
70.
That's 60? That's
still
still a lot.
Yeah.
That's still a lot. What the fuck?
So it's gonna be like Marvel.
Yeah, but like Marvel at the end, not Marvel at the beginning.
Yeah, like at the end of Marvel.
Jesus Christ, that's Ultimate MVC 3.
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
So that's gonna be fun to test.
Huh. Okay.
Like,
So does it have
every character?
an open beta or like is it just out?
I think it's released to certain people so they could just play test it.
Ah.
They actually contact Mike C
No shit.
to help with the playtesting or like developing stuff.
Okay.
But he said no because some guy that farts and makes fart jokes and like does like girl stuff to women. I forgot the exact thing he said. Still works there.
Okay.
So he's like, no,
Don't wanna
I don't
work
want to
for
be
you.
part of that.
Yeah, don't want to
And
be part of that.
he's already working on Indivisible.
I mean, Indivisible's done, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, but he's already.
Are they still doing
stuff
patch
for that.
stuff?
Well, they're probably gonna patch stuff, DLC, stuff like that.
You know what's funny? Actually, on that topic, so I pre-ordered it just like you did, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get Roti following me, and I'll
I
admit,
didn't get it too. That's a
I was
bug.
I was a little more upset about that than I should have been.
That's a bug.
I was like, "Where's my little buddy?" Yeah, but I started it up yesterday,
Mhm.
and a patch went through, and now Roti follows me.
Oh, they patched it.
They patched it. They patched it back in. Roti is following me, and the extra $2 I paid is worth it. Follow me, Roti, damn it. I love you, little taper buddy. Okay, so this is going to be Rising Thunder. It's the Riot fighting game called
They're also
Project.
making a bunch of other games. Like,
Oh, like
the
other
first-person
genres?
shooter.
Oh,
It's kind of like CS:GO.
really?
Don't say Overwatch because
Well, it wouldn't be Overwatch unless they use powers.
they do use powers.
Oh shit.
But
Well,
the way it
okay.
plays is like CS:GO.
it plays not like one of what the fuck are they supposed to be called? I know that there's like a new word for them because it's not just Overwatch. There's like 4 other games that do that. Um. Okay. Cool. I guess it
But
works.
the
It got
powers
that.
don't like they're not overpowering. It's just like, oh, you could dash now. It's just like one power too, or you
Okay.
can make a smoke.
Do they have like types like Overwatch, or is it really just like CS:GO, where it's like, no, 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 no. You just have different weapons.
Yeah, it's like that.
Oh, okay. Huh.
It's like a different weapon.
Hey, so since I'm looking up stuff while we're talking, cause live research, apparently Max has a video talking about the announcement they made. I might watch that later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so besides the FPS game, what else are they gonna do? Cause they have the MOBA, they got the FPS game, they got this fighting
I
game.
didn't look at the MOBA at all because I don't like
I
MOBAs.
mean, the MOBA's the first one. It's League.
I
League is
mean
a
the
MOBA.
MMO. They have an MMO.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was asking. So there's gonna be a fucking MMO?
Yeah,
Huh. Wow.
I didn't do like any research on that because I don't care.
I'm not an MMO guy. I don't like MOBAs either, so the fighting game might be the only one of these that I'm really interested in.
And the card game, who actually keeps saying it's not play to win. It's not pay to win.
Wait, they keep saying that?
Yeah, but they've
Sick.
had a loop. They made a mistake when I was watching like them talking about it because they
Okay.
said, "Oh, you don't pay for opening cards or anything. You don't pay for getting the cards." They said you pay for so in like League, you have like Essence or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You pay for getting to Arena. So you played Hearthstone, right?
Yeah, I played Hearthstone.
So it's like they have this Arena mode, and that's the
Yeah.
only way you can earn currency, and you have to pay for that.
So you have to pay for the expansions like you get the dungeon in Hearthstone?
Yeah, like if you want the harder arenas or dungeons and stuff.
Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, I figured if it's gonna be free to play, you're gonna pay for something, right? That's what they
Yeah,
always do nowadays. So,
yeah.
so okay. All
But you
right.
still have to still the same currency, so you can still get it. It'll just take longer.
It's just the
So
yeah. Did they say anything else about it?
it's in beta right now, so you're able to play it.
Okay. Is it on iOS or Android?
Um, I don't know. I think
Ah,
it's on like PC.
right
Yeah.
now, but I
Mhm.
mean, if you ever want to get the card game to succeed, you got to put that shit on phones.
Mhm.
The card games thrive on phones. All those little free to play things like thrive on the mobile market because the mobile market don't give no fucks. There's so much shovelware on the mobile market. It's depressing.
There's also
Um,
PUBG Mobile.
I
I
mean, no,
guess
no, not even
fighting
that. I mean,
games.
like beyond fighting games, like card games, the fucking idle games, the IDLE, like the ones where you like hit one button over and over.
Mhm.
Fucking the crappy little puzzle games. There's an ad every time you hit a button.
Yeah.
There's the mobile market is loaded with shit like that. I mean, that's where the money is nowadays, I guess. At least for these little games. Not can't really do a fucking the fucking MMO on the phone, but if you could find a way, you'll do it. Okay,
They're probably gonna
so
do it.
card game, fighting game, MOBA, MMO, anything else. This is a lot for me. I'm gonna start looking into this because I'm like surprised that Riot is going. We're going horizontal integration. We are now every different thing you like. You like anime? Guess what? We're making it an anime. Fuck you.
Well,
Do you-
actually,
what?
they have well the
Oh no! I
trailers.
was
They're like,
joking. I was joking.
I think they're doing something with. Well, you don't know League, but there's this black guy who lost his wife to ghosts inside the game.
The ghost.
Yeah.
It's
No,
ghost.
one ghost. And
It's
he's
still
turned his
ghost
lantern. And he's like, oh, I want to take revenge to get my wife back.
for the ghost.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're making like a movie out of that.
Oh fuck. I was joking.
So yeah, they're trying to take over the world. Apparently.
Horizontal integration. We are everything you could ever want.
Next they're gonna have Riot Plus Plus.
I was gonna say, if you make a god game, guess what? I'm in. You got me.
Mm,
You make a fun god game, I'm in. I'll put my chips in this on this team.
maybe.
You think? You think they would
I'll
go that
suggest-
balls out?
I think so.
They have more of a grip in the Asian market, right?
Hmm
Like Korea and shit
They
like
have,
that.
yeah, they make a lot of money for
Korea
free.
and China fucking love that shit, from my understanding. Like, yeah, you could probably do a Gage and then just keep going.
Like a
But then,
mini Gage section.
if there's 60 characters, like what? Are half of them women? A third
Yeah,
of them women?
most of them are women.
Most?
Mhm.
Oh, so it's like 40-20?
Yeah.
Like, geez. Well then, yeah, that's free. That's free. I've heard tell of people talking about like the costumes they give out. Or like, yo, I really want this costume for the girl, or I really want the look.
Oh, the
That's as much as I
skins.
know. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's the only thing I really hear about it, because I don't involve myself with the MOBAs.
People pay like $400 for just soft
Wow,
skins.
really?
That's how they make money.
Are they that much? Are they that expensive?
No, they cost like I don't know $5
But
for
like,
like
are
one
there
skin. But if you
special
want the
ones?
good one, it costs like
Yeah,
100.
that's what I
Yeah.
thought. I was like, but there's like the special one. You could have like, it reminds me of the fucking, those gacha games.
Hmm.
Like
The
I
one
was gonna say
Gustavo plays.
Idolmaster. I was gonna say Love Live.
That's a gacha game too.
Sort of, because you have the rhythm game part, but what it's all about is getting the high rank girl.
Oh yeah.
So like I got the SSS rare. Fucking that shit
Hmm.
kind of reminds me of that, where it's like, okay, do you want regular version of Nico Yazawa, or do you want special limited edition 2017 fall Otohime Nico Yazawa?
Exactly.
Like
Yeah,
that's
it's like that.
it's like that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it like, it does the more glowing stuff and all that special effect.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
But
wait,
when you get into the game, it looks the same.
I mean, it's top down, right? How the fuck could you tell? But what I was gonna ask is, so why the sudden thing? Was there like a big event? Was it where? I
they
know they do
they said
streams
they've been
sometimes.
working on it for a while, but they're just trying to push it all now because they think it's the right time.
What? No, but I mean, like, what was it? A live stream? Was
Yeah, it
it
was a
an
live
event?
stream.
Was it okay? Jeez. Because usually when companies do shit like that, it's like, oh, for the 25th anniversary of whatever the fuck, check this crazy
It's
shit
the
out.
10-year anniversary too.
Okay, that's what I meant. All right. So the 10-year anniversary, they were like, we're doing all of it. Horizontal integration. Get ready. You got your card games. We got your anime. we got your FPS games. Fuck you. Who doesn't want to be in? You love League, damn it. You'll learn to love League.
I guess the new people are going off league.
Right? Maybe they
They
are.
moved on to other
I
games.
thought it was still pretty popular,
Yeah,
at least amongst the MOBA crowd.
but I don't think it was. Oh, like when I watch Twitch or whatever, I always see like Overwatch or something. I was having more views than League. League is like third. And,
Really?
like Fortnite's like first or whatever.
I mean, yeah. Although Fortnite 2 is now a thing.
Is that really a thing?
Were you not aware of this?
I heard about it. I'm like, why would they do that?
Because Chapter 2, Isaiah, fresh start. So like Fortnite just shut off, right? It just turned off for 2 days. And
Mm-hmm.
people were going fucking ballistic
Because those are gamers.
because it's Fortnite.
XXX420 no
People
scope.
love Fortnite.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't, but people love Fortnite, right? So after it turned off for 2 days, it came back on, and it was like Chapter 2, and there's like a whole bunch of changes that are made to it that I don't fully understand. There's weapons, clothes, special events. I think there's like a new mode, and they changed a bunch of the maps so that the island is different because that was the first phase. Like this is the second phase. So yeah.
They didn't
They're
announce it.
Well, not
They just
really.
shut down the game.
The thing is, they said at the end of the 10th season or season X or whatever the fuck, they're like it's gonna get sucked into a black hole, and then that was it, and that meant we're restarting the game.
They probably thought it was like lore or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. The point is,
Weird.
yeah. So the map is completely different because apparently the original map was like procedurally generated, where it'd be like a same basic shape, but stuff would be distributed around randomly.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like no, a completely different shape with a whole bunch of different stuff on it. And
so they're changing the shape too.
yeah, the whole
That's-
map is different.
That's interesting.
It's chapter 2, I said. There's a lot to learn.
PUBG's not
Also,
doing that.
yeah, no. Well, I mean, you know, they're dead in the water now.
It's not dead.
Fortnite clearly wins.
It's just not Fortnite.
PUBG's gonna be like have to settle for number 2. If
Yeah.
something else blows up, maybe settle for number 3. But you know,
Well, there's already Apex Legends, which is more popular than PUBG. So yeah.
yeah. But I mean, don't hear about it a lot. I guess I know it's got numbers, but I mean, I don't actually hear about it in the world. You know what I mean? I want to know who the audience is because it's clearly not people our age.
Mm.
You know, it's like I can get how like all the kids love Fortnite because it's free and it's on console, and then like older people can get into Fortnite because it's on PC. But then like people hate the Epic's game launcher, so fine, that's its own thing. Plus it's cross-platform, whereas a bunch of these other fucking shit. What the hell are they called again?
Multi-platform.
No. These kinds of games, not loot shooter.
Battle Royale.
Battle Royale, yeah. See, because whenever I say that, I think of the movie. Anyway.
Which is good.
Yeah, it's really good. But yeah, whenever I think about these other Battle Royale games, they didn't start with the cross-platform thing like Fortnite did, which helped it get off the ground a lot faster. But yeah, so then like also people are like really obsessed with detailing the loot so that you can know what the weapons are for the items you can find. And people are like building it on their own because like Epic Games said they're not gonna show people what it is, but I guess that's the whole meta of the game. So yeah, no, there's a whole bunch of major changes that they said like is making it really good for if you want to hop in. This is like the best chance to hop in now because everybody's basically starting from scratch.
Do you still build stuff?
Yeah, that's still part of it
That's
because
the
you
thing
can
I don't like.
fortify defenses. I didn't dislike that. My thing about disliking Fortnite was the fact that well beyond the battle royale thing, which is just the part of it that got really popular because there's more than one part of it, is that a lot of it is reliant on you getting lucky enough to get to the thing first.
The weapon.
Yeah, because it's like, all right, where did you land? Did you land closer to the thing but not realize it was there first? Too fucking bad. I'm like, oh well, I don't. It's whatever to me. I'm not into that. It's just. Do I know where to look for the thing? Oh, the thing is procedural. Oh well, then fuck. I don't know. I'll get what I get, and if I luck out, I luck out.
And then if you don't have enough resources,
Yeah, that's it.
you just die.
Yeah, that's why
That's
a
not
lot of
fair.
people. That's why like most of the people die before they get to the center.
Hmm.
Because they're looking for the weapon, and either somebody else finds it first and then they kill them, or they take too long and they get eaten by the giant storm. Like it's just what it is. But I mean, I guess it's fun in the idea you're like competing against so many people. You got so much stuff going on to think about. Like that's kind of fun. But just the whole I don't know. Maybe you do get the thing, maybe you don't. I don't like that. That's what I liked about FPS games is like you know your gun. If you have your gun, you know your gun. That's it. You can get more guns that are slightly different, that change the way that you would feel it, so that whichever one feels the best is the one you do. But this is like, nah, fuck it, I don't know, man. Maybe you get something, maybe you get nothing. Maybe you get jack shit.
Like if you have the rocket launcher, you just win the game. Apparently.
Also, there's like a whole bunch of like, there's a place where you can heal now. It's like a swamp that just heals you, and like there's a fishing rod that like you can pull people with and also use in the water. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff that changed to it that I don't fully understand. When somebody's down, they don't have to die. You can carry them. So like that's a whole thing. And yeah, so like no, Fortnite 2 is really a completely different thing.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I was completely unaware of all of the things you just told me about. Holy shit, that's a lot of stuff. Wow, I'm probably gonna check out that live stream because I kind of want to see what it is. I'm not even. Yeah, I want to see it. Well, I guess on that note, this has been Manga Palate. If you're still listening, you guys get it.
Yeah, you guys get it.
Yeah, you get it. Bye.